Good afternoon. My name is Miss Bacon. A lot of you guys know me as a previous preschool teacher. I taught preschool and Head Start for 7 years. And now my current position is at a high school and I'm teaching early childhood classes. Some of you know me as the owner of Prepping for K Academy, which is a preschool in Louisville, Kentucky. I just actually opened my preschool last year. We are currently not open during the school year as I teach high school, but I will be open throughout the summers just to get children prepared for kindergarten readiness. I know that a lot of you guys are sick and tired of COVID. What in the world were we doing before COVID? Duh! We were in school. Teachers were teaching, kids were learning, and days went normal. Now everything's upside down. Parents are stressed. They want their kids to go back to school. They have a lot on their plates. They don't have time to sit down at computers and teach their preschoolers different things that they need to know in order to be ready and prepared for kindergarten. So that is what I'm making this video for. Before I go into a little bit more detail, I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience and my college education. So as I stated before, I was a preschool Head Start teacher for 7 years. I went to Murray State University for a 4-year degree in early childhood. Went to Campbellsville University for a master's in business and administration of leadership. And that is a little bit about my experience. I previously also worked in numerous child cares, was a director for a little while, as well as a teacher for infants all the way to 5 years old. So my next subject is, you're probably wondering, why did you make this channel? So I made this channel to help struggling parents. As I stated before, COVID has totally flipped our world upside down, and I want to be your relief during this COVID time. A lot of you guys are working, you're working full-time jobs. Some of you are working 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet. You're single parents, you come from all different backgrounds. So this may be a good channel for your child to tune into once we get up and rolling, and it may be a good resource for you to come to as a parent when you don't know how to teach your child a certain kindergarten readiness goal in order for them to be ready for kindergarten. So what I have to offer is, one, as I stated, I want to take some weight off your shoulders. I plan to use this channel to teach preschoolers kindergarten readiness. Although I plan to use this channel to do that, I also plan to have affordable materials for your child to use at your home to keep up with me as I teach them. For instance, I'll have the materials with me. I'll be teaching them with the materials, and you can purchase the materials for your child through me so your child can keep up with me at your home. So what type of materials I have to offer? I have a few materials as I have just begun. So I'm just going to show you just a couple of them, and then you will find the prices and everything you need in the comment section below. So as I go through and show you some of the materials that I have to offer, I'm also going to go over some kindergarten readiness goals with you. It's probably hard for you to see, but I am going to go ahead and read a few of these off. Your child, in order to be ready for kindergarten, needs to know or be aware that some of these goals are going to be necessary for them to know once they get in kindergarten. So we're just going to start out with physical development. So physical development, if you don't know, some of you may know, others may not. Physical development deals with your child's gross motor, which is how they move, how they run, how they crawl, how they walk, so on and so forth, using those big muscles to do things. That's gross motor. It deals with their fine motor, which is how your child is able to hold a pencil? Can your child even hold a pencil? Can they use glue to glue on different pieces of paper to other things? Can they tie their shoes? That's fine motor. And then their health and knowledge and practice, which is, can they follow basic health and safety rules? Do they know not to run into the street whenever they're supposed to be walking with you or in the line with their teachers? Can they perform self-care tasks independently? Do they know how to button their pants or zip their pants and things like that? So we're going to move on to social and emotional development. That's another kindergarten readiness skill. So socially, can your child interact with other children and teachers? Do they talk to other children and teachers? Or when they come around new people, are they shy? Do they buckle down and kind of fill out everything before they get to talking? What about self-concept? Do they have self-confidence? Do they have self-direction, or do they follow the lead of others? Some kids may take off and they want to be the leader in the classroom. They want to do circle time. They want to be the teacher. Does your child have that self-concept? Self-regulation, does your child follow the rules? Do they manage transitions well? Meaning, if I told them to line up at this door because we're going to go outside and go play in the backyard, can they stop what they're doing, clean up their mess, and get in line so we can transition to a new activity? The next one is emotional behavior and health. Can they identify their feelings? If they're happy or sad or mad or angry, are they going to tell you that? Or are they literally going to throw chairs and scream at you? Are they verbally able to tell you? And what about responding to others? What if I had another kid in the classroom that was throwing a fit or throwing chairs? Would your child say, "Oh, Miss Bacon, that kid's mad. Johnny's extra mad today"? So can your child do that? We're going to go to approaches for learning. Approaches to learning has goals such as shows eagerness and curiosity as a learner. So if I sit your child down and say, "Hey, Beth, today we are going to learn our letters. So this is a toy we're going to play with today. You're going to see different pictures and you're going to tell me which one of these letters you're going to put on that specific picture. For instance, butterfly. What letter does butterfly start with?" Would your child be ready to sit down and play with me? Or if they don't know what letter butterfly starts with, will they run the other way? Will they ask questions and solve problems whenever needed? Are they verbally ready to ask those questions? Or if they can't figure out something, are they going to say, "Miss Bacon, I need help. Hey, Miss Bacon, I need help." Attends tasks and seeks helps when needed, which I just went over that. And then participates with others in the group. So if I'm at circle time, which means all the kids are sitting around at the rug at the same time, is your child going to sing with me and everyone else, or are they just going to sit there? So as I move down, I'm going to go into language, which is right here. Sorry. I don't know if I can move it a little bit closer. All right. So I'm going to go into language, tell you a little bit about literacy. Down here is math and a little bit about science, okay? So I'm just going to show you once again, I had stated at the beginning of the video that I actually have some materials that I will be using on this YouTube channel as well as you able to purchase. So I had already given you just a sneak peek at this material right here. So this is actually letter cards A through Z. And on these cards, they have different pictures. So what do you think your child will be doing with this material? Your child will, for one, learn about language, okay? So they're going to use their mouth and tell me, what do you see on this picture? They're going to use their words. They're going to tell me, "I see a monkey. I see this. I see that. I see this. I see that." They're also going to learn about literacy. We can put some phonological awareness in that. What is phonological awareness? Okay, so for instance, they see an apple. They know that this picture is an apple. I'm going to ask them, what letter does apple start with? They're going to tell me an A. Well, then I'm going to ask them, do you know what sound the letter A makes? And if they don't know, I'm going to say A is for apple. So that's just a few. We could also do colors with this. We can do what color is the letter C? What color is the letter B? So those are just a few kindergarten readiness goals that we can go over with that specific material. So I'm going to move on to another material that I have. So this is the next one that I have. It's actually a letter collage. So what your child will do is, this is actually wooden and looks like this little pegboard. So what your child will do, they will receive this pegboard if you purchase, as well as little strips so that they can make a letter. So they will actually put the letter onto, sorry, I'm trying to construct a letter for you real quick. Well, maybe not. They will actually put the letter onto the pegboard. So for example, I am currently making the letter V. So we can go over letters. Once again, what letter is this? We can go over colors. What color did I use to make this letter? They can use their fine motor skills, which is their fingers, to move their finger along this letter to make the letter V. We can also go over phonological awareness. What sound does the letter V make? And I can keep going on and on and on and on and on. However, that was just one example. All right, so I'm going to move on to another material that I have. The next material that I have to offer is actually a matching egg set. So this matching egg set is once again another letter material. Each of these eggs, well, the egg obviously snaps in two. One side of the egg has the imprint of the letter and the other has the opposite side. So they go together and they click. So once again, we can go over letters, phonological awareness. We can go over colors. We can go over the shape of it. We can talk about science. How do you cook an egg? What happens whenever you put it in water? And I can go on and on and on. We could even do math with this. After they match all the eggs, there's 26 of them. So I can make them count from 1 to 26 or however far they can count. And like I said, I can go on and on and on. The next material that I'm going to show you, and this will be the last one. I have a ton more, but I'm just going to show you just a few. So this one is actually a logic learning board. It obviously has numbers on it at the bottom, shapes in the middle, numbers at the top. If I wanted to teach simple adding and subtracting, I can do 1 + 2 = such and such if your child was that far along. If your child cannot add and subtract, I can just say, what number is this? What number is this? What number is this? Or I can say, what shape is this? This is all math. I can also do matching. They can match. I can take all of these off and they can match which one is the number 1, which one is this shape, which one is this number, so on and so forth. I could do colors. I could do listening. Can they listen and do what I'm telling them to do? Are they following directions? I can go on and on and on. So I said that was going to be the last one I showed you, but here's just a couple of more that I have. Intelligence sticks, which goes over numbers. I have a number alphabet and number counter. I have a matching letter game to offer. I have a bead holder for those fine motor skills if your child needs help gripping things and putting them in specific spots. So those are just a couple of things I have. So I have basically tried to cut this video short just to give you a little bit of an insight of what I have to offer. So once again, my name is Miss Bacon. If you have any questions, you can send me a message. Make sure that you follow me and share with your friends. Again, I'm coming to you from my YouTube channel, Miss Bacon. Have a great day.